Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for today. This is also your QR code of the day. Go ahead, scan it. I dare you. The Geek Out, once more, is brought to you by GoToAssist from Citrix. You can take control of your IT world from one simple cloud-based platform. With GoToAssist, you can keep all of your systems up and running while keeping all of your users supported, provide live or unattended IT support from anywhere, including from your iPad, if you happen to have an iPad. For a free 30-day trial of GoToAssist, not an iPad, head over to GoToAssist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. I'm watching a few live blogs right now, at least at the time of this recording, the Apple versus Samsung jury decision. I've got to wait a few more seconds, it seems, although, according to reports, the jury has reached a verdict. You probably already know that because this video was recorded and uploaded after the verdict was handed down. So let me go ahead and tell you that we have scheduled the live Windows 8 install first impressions initial review. Well, we haven't done it live yet, but the video is staged to go live Wednesday on YouTube. And if you want to put that in your calendar, we put the link for that YouTube video when it will be live in this video's description. You can click it. 100 or so people have already liked the video, even though I haven't done anything yet. I will be installing Windows 8 for the first time, officially, the final build, live on YouTube. Thanks to you for liking the video, because you liked one of the Geek Outs, and we got over 1,000 likes for that video. That's the reason I'm doing it, because you wanted me to do it. Thank you. Nothing yet. What do you guys think? What did you guys think? Did you think it was going to be Apple who was victorious or Samsung? Oh, congratulations to Curtis Coburn for getting a $15 Amazon.com gift card from me and us, the Locker Gnome team, because he followed the directions yesterday. Do you want an Amazon gift card worth $15? Here's what you got to do. And it seemed to work, right? We have links to lockergnome.com articles in this video's description. If you click to each one of them and leave a worthwhile comment on each Locker Gnome article in today's Geek Out video, the one's linked below, one of you, if you comment on all the articles, will get that gift card. Yesterday, Curtis did that with the Locker Gnome links from yesterday's Geek Out. Who will it be for today? You can decide. Why don't governments kickstart program funding? I wrote this article, and I mentioned it in a vlog the other day. The idea, instead of going to the government for funding these public programs, the government should just initiate some kind of Kickstarter-like or Indiegogo-like program so that citizens can vote for the programs they want to support instead of just paying taxes to a variety of programs with no accountability or virtually no accountability. Why not modernize How about modernize the system of program funding? I fund programs all the time. I have no problem doing that because I'm a citizen who cares about being a citizen of my, well, location, whether I'm talking about city, state, or federal government. What do you guys think? Should the government get rid of these blanket funding programs and go more with a Kickstarter model? How would the movie Hackers have been different today? If you guys watch Hackers, even watching it now with technology advancing to the point where it is, it's still a fun movie. And I remember meeting one of the actors from the movie in person. I interviewed him on Call for Help. He knew nothing about technology, really didn't care all that much. He was an actor, right? But how would the movie be different if done today? I mean, you could watch it back in the day and say, wow, that would just be awesome. And people could do that. But, of course, they made it all Hollywoody. And I don't know if I feel the same way about technology in movies today. I expect it to not just be realistic in the way it looks, but also being feasible. That's one of the biggest frustrations I had with the movie Independence Day, right? Like Jeff Goldblum's character uploads a virus using a Mac and interfaces with his alien. Dude, you couldn't even back in the day get a Mac to interface with a Windows PC, let alone an alien mothership. Ah! That just ruined the entire movie for me. So how would Hackers have been different today? StoryBundle, your e-reader's new best friend. So you have an e-reader, a tablet, something that you like to read things on that is also portable. You may be looking for alternatives to traditional stores. And there's so much good information out there, and it doesn't even have to cost you a lot of money. You may want to take a look at StoryBundle. If, again, you like stories. We even wrote a story about it, because we like stories too. Google changed the I'm feeling lucky button. Did anybody ever use the I'm feeling lucky button? I never did. I knew it was there. I just never used it. I felt lucky on my own. I mean, let me just browse through the list of results. And by the way, I guess Google is eliminating, 10 articles per page or 10 links per page, and they're experimenting with 7 links per page. I guess people don't read the bottom or ever click through on the bottom 3 on Google search results. I mean, think about your own habits. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? What's it like to live with a geek? We talked about this yesterday, but we're doing an ongoing series with the geeks who work with Locker Gnome. We are a different breed, and everybody deals with us differently. And I always had to learn to explain to someone, how I tend to do things, how I see the world, how I work. And you can't view me like you might a normal person. I'm a geek. I do things a certain way. Like, I tend to be more of an OCD kind of geek. I want things in order, and if you move something, I get freaked out, and sometimes I move it back. Even if you want it moved somewhere else, there's something in my head that just makes me go and shift it back. And that certainly caused a few arguments around here. But I'm getting better at it, realizing that I do share this space with 2 dogs and a wonderful wife who loves me and appreciates my geekiness. So share your stories. What's it like to live with you? Maybe you should ask the person you're living with. Should you be worried about palm vein scanners in schools? I had no idea this technology existed. Apparently, they're making their way into school lunch lines as administrators seek a way to track whether or not a child is being charged for lunch from which they actually benefited. Whoa! Talk about privacy issues abound. It's a little crazy. I mean, this is it's interesting stuff, right? Because the technology gives us access to information we otherwise would not have access to. But when is too far, too far? My lovely parent. Children help senior parents find love. My mom and dad have been hounding Diana and I for quite some time to have kids of our own. They just love, their grandkids as birthed by my brother and sister-in-law. They have 3. I have nieces, or I have a niece and a couple, and actually I also have other nephews. My other brother got married and has become a father of 2 wonderful kids. A lot of boys in the Pirillo clan, as it were. I don't yet have them. Diane and I are certainly looking forward to having kids, and don't worry, we will be blogging. Could I say blogging and vlogging? Vlogging the whole thing? Not the whole thing. You're not going to see everything, but you will definitely find some interesting content with our kids. I'm sure my parents will love to help raise them, as well as her parents helping raise them. We're going to have very interesting kids. Here's a service that'll help senior parents find love. Maybe I should tell my mom and dad about it. On Brett Cohen, celebrity, and social conditioning. Well, according to this, the article that Candace wrote, Brett Cohen stated that he was putting together a social experiment in which he would pretend that he was an important person who strangers would want to know. He gathered a fake entourage of security guards, assistants, handlers, and even photographers to follow him and build upon the hype. And it didn't take long, keep in mind, for the frenzied passers-by of New York City to latch onto the possibility of a celebrity sighting. That's amazing. I mean, I've had celebrity sightings in the past. Some people have recognized me, and if you ever recognize me in public, I would just ask not to throw foodstuffs at my face. I mean, maybe at the side of my body, but keep the face, I just kind of protect it. I know I may upset you at times, but if you don't take out your anger on me, I don't make the things that I talk about, other than the things that I make. So what would you do if you saw something like this? Would you get excited? Why? Who's that? Who is it? Is they really important? Does they know how to speak English? Well, as Candace surmises, we're all desperate for connection. Maybe that's why you guys like watching the Geek Outs. Maybe that's why you guys like watching and rating the vlogs. I appreciate the connection I have with you. And I'm definitely not a celebrity. Other news stories from around the web. We the Coders open sourcing We the People, the White House's online petition system. Way to go, White House. Syracuse makes real lava in parking lot for kicks and science. Well, I guess the floor is lava after all. Court affirms $675,000 penalty in music downloading case. How does a $10 a month music subscription service sound to you now? Apple's smartphone share in China plunges. Guess people aren't willing to pay premium for a somewhat premium product in a country that prides itself on piracy and knockoffs. YouTube viewer GhostGuy764 writes, I'm definitely addicted to computers, but am more addicted to the computer community. So am I really antisocial? No, I wouldn't say antisocial, but you should know this. There was an article that was posted today. In fact, let me pull it up here. So do you see this chart as it slides down? These are searches using the keyword computer. You see how high it was in 2004 and how low it is in 2012? No one's looking for computer stuff anymore. That's results from Google. I'm not making this stuff up. And yes, you're antisocial. I don't know that. I'm probably more antisocial than you are for calling you antisocial. Hey, you asked the question. YouTube viewer Lego Dudes writes, I enjoy your videos, but why don't you buy yourself a mechanical keyboard? They allow you to type fast and enjoy typing. Well, I enjoy typing right now. One of my favorite keyboards of all time happens to be the one that Apple produces. Not just the wireless keyboard, but the wired variety, as well as the one that comes on pretty much every MacBook. And the reason why I like it is because I can move from this computer to that computer to another computer, and the memory that I might have in finger placement never has to change. It's the same across the board, no matter which computer I happen to use. And plus, it's incredibly responsive. I've never typed faster in my entire life. And I did happen to grow up in the day and age where you had mechanical keyboards. They went clack, 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 clack. I guess they would be keyboards at that point. Wow. The results coming in, for all the patent violations, there's some yeses and nos, but I would say most of them are yes for violations. So there's some nos in there too, but it seems like this could be a big win for Apple. Can't we all just get along? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, there is a no for just a couple of things. I didn't realize Samsung had so many products. They got a lot. Yeah, everything I'm seeing is skewing towards Apple. This is a huge hit. But here's the thing, guys. You could look at a Windows Phone 7 device and probably not confuse it with an iOS device, like an iPhone, let's say, because they're two completely different experiences. So it's not that, Microsoft did something bad. They did something unique and different. And some people would look at the way that Android was implemented on Samsung devices and say it looks completely different than the way Apple implemented it. But according to the jury, hey, dude, I'm not on the jury. I did not vote, dude. You know me. I don't like software patents. I want them to disappear altogether. But I'm not the one who voted here. Samsung is taking a beating today. And let's not make this a war. Let's try not to make this a war, guys. What could we learn from this? If there's a software patent, don't develop against it, especially when the other side has a lot of money to spend on lawyers. You can come up with original ideas. I mean, completely original ideas, and absolutely original ideas. Of course, I also wish that Apple wouldn't have patented some things like, rounded corners was one thing. That to me seems to be a little, what? I don't even have the word for it. Sorry about this, Samsung. I really am. As an owner of a Samsung TV, I like the products that you create. I don't own stock in any company. I have no horse in this race. But let that be a lesson to anybody, I guess. Or, more than anything, I think what we can take from it is, beyond, not really making something look like something else, is be creative, but be original. Completely, utterly, no one could ever possibly confuse you with, you could look at Windows 8 and never think it was OS 10. It is original. That's it. You can't deny it. It's original. The documentation was shown in a court of law and the jury saw it and they're the ones that are talking about it. So please, if you're going to dislike anything, dislike the system. Dislike how it was done. I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? I love everybody. I love Lamp too. Thanks for liking this video. Thanks for watching it all the way through. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for participating in today's giveaway. We'll see you later. Ah!